Hey everybody, welcome to another Metal Gear Solid 5 theories. Today I'm going to be talking more about Decoy Octopus. I did talk about him in my Ishmael video, and I gave him a bunch of facts and kind of like tried to explain his role in the story, but I've been thinking about it lately, and and a lot of you have been commenting about it, and I've been probing my mind. I'm trying to figure it out, trying to see if I can make it work, see how he would really make sense as Ishmael, and I've come up with a kind of cool story, and I figured I'd just tell you guys and let you know, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. First, I got to give a shout out to everybody that's been commenting, subscribing, watching my videos, liking them. You guys are great. For you other theorists out there, you're pretty good. So, strange thing happened today. I got a package in the mail. I figured I'd show you guys. From Ishmael to Loser. Now, I don't know what this is yet. I haven't opened it, so figured I'd open it. Let you guys see what it is. Yeah. Oh, it's my shirt. Give me my shirt back. And it's clean. That's odd. Sweet. I got my Foxhound shirt back. Ready to do some Metal Gear Solid talks. Also, there's something else in here. Let's take a look. Yeah. It's a note. You suck. Did you not watch my video? Stop what you're doing before you get hurt. By the way, here's your shirt back. I had it cleaned. I totally didn't do anything weird to it or anything weird in it. And I totally didn't plant any devices or anything on it. You can check. That's odd. But anyway, something else I gotta do first. This is just bugging the crap out of me. I gotta fix my boy's face for a second. Hang on. Coming for you, Ishmael. I'm gonna figure out who you are. Oh, nice. Checked up. On your feet, soldier. Okay, now that that's all done with, I can only imagine the people watching this video that haven't watched the other videos. They're just like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, now in all seriousness, let's talk about my Decoy Octopus theory. Alright, so I'm going to explain this theory under the assumption that Decoy Octopus is Ishmael. And this is going to be different from my other theories where I just kind of like give facts and reasons why this could be the person. And I'm going to kind of try to figure it out in the story. There are two real key components when coming up with any theories, and that's one, do the facts make sense? And two, does it make sense in the story? Now, we have limited facts about Decoy Octopus, and we have limited story that we know of. So we have a lot of playroom to try to figure things out. And that's what I'm going to do today. Now let's try to build the scene that I'm trying to set up to make this make sense for me. Like, some of you may have different theories or whatever, but I'm just going to kind of run you through a story that's in my head that I thought of that I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. I'll make a video about it and tell everybody. Alright, so what do we know at this point? We know that, I assume the big boss has already woken up from his coma. Now, I'm not talking about the scene in the first 5 minutes of Phantom Pain where he raises his arm up and looks at it, and then he sees Ishmael. No, I think he was awake before that, because there's that scene in the other trailers where the doctor's talking to him and he says, I'm afraid you've been in a coma for 9 years. And that's how we know that there's a 9-year gap. So, if that's like right after the big boss woke up, so he's been awake a little while. You know, but he's still not 100%. He still can't really do anything, so he can't really leave the hospital yet. So that's kind of where my ideas are coming from. Because at this point, you have to imagine the big boss has a lot of enemies, he has a lot of allies, and he has just a lot of people that want to see him dead or capture him or help him out. So there are a lot of people that have a lot vested in Big Boss. Now, he's been in a coma for 9 years. That's a long time. So
You know, they've probably been keeping an eye on him, but, you know, he can't do anything, he can't hurt anybody. Why bother doing anything to him? It's like, we don't really know who knows he's in a coma. We assume the MSF, his homies or whatever, they know. Maybe some other select organizations know. So I assume that right after Big Boss wakes up, that's when stuff starts to go down. Like, everybody's mobilizing. Everybody wants to get their hands on Big Boss. So it's like we've got this new military organization, ZOF, XOF, or Mirror Fox, whatever you want to call them. And they're the ones that attacked him initially, or we assume they are. But anyway, soldiers attacked the hospital. So those could very well be ZOF soldiers. So then we definitely know the CIA's got a grudge against Big Boss. We definitely know that Cypher's got a grudge against Big Boss. We don't know if they're working with ZOF. We don't know. There's so many organizations. We definitely know the MSF. They want to get Big Boss out of there. It's just like there's so many organizations that could be coming after Big Boss. Now, Decoy Octopus, how does he play into this? How do I make sense? The big things in the Decoy Octopus theory that make me question it are like 3 things. Why does he cover his face? Why does he use the term we when he's talking to Big Boss? And why does he sound like Big Boss? Which are, of course, the big 3 questions. And now, I know you can answer them with facts, but I want to answer them with a story. Like, how do they make sense in the story? Why would he sound like Big Boss at that moment? That's what I'm going to do this. So, we know that Decoy Octopus has worked for the CIA. We know that he's a future member of Foxhound, a unit that is in action right now. Foxhound was established, I think, in 1970 after the San Jairmu, after Portable Ops, basically. So, I believe the Campbell's running it right now, but Foxhound is in play. We don't know if Decoy Octopus is aligned with Foxhound right now, but it would be cool if he was. He could be aligned with CIA. CIA also has a lot of ties to Cypher, so he could definitely be working with Cypher. He could be working with anybody. My story to kind of explain why Decoy Octopus is there and why he is Ishmael is pretty much like this. Big Boss has just woken up. So all these groups that have been kind of ignoring it or maybe didn't know about it are now converging on him. Like, everybody's trying to get at Big Boss. So what do? We send in Decoy Octopus. Now, for some reason, it could be this could have been his original mission, or it could have been an altercation in his mission, but maybe they need him to basically dress up as Big Boss in order to take his place and, like, everybody that's after him, get them off of him. Like, make them think that he's already up and well and he's gone. But while he's trying to do this, those soldiers start attacking the hospital. And so things are getting hectic. He's trying to, he's in the room. He's standing over Big Boss while Big Boss is asleep. He's like messing with his body, trying to figure out what he looks like, putting on his nose, ears, and all that stuff, changing his voice, probably from an audio sample he had from a previous occasion. Let's say he's trying to look like the Big Boss. And, what should happen while he's trying to do this? A nurse comes in and catches him. So, he's not really a fighter, but, if she tries to stop him from messing with Big Boss, because she doesn't know what he's doing. So, picks the bitch up, throws her out the window. There will be a little gap of time before Big Boss starts to wake up. But Big Boss, he starts moving, he starts waking up. Decoy Octopus is like, shit, I didn't know he was going to wake up. What should I do? I need a disguise, something, anything. Just starts grabbing bandages, covers his face so that he can hide the fact that he is trying to look like Big Boss. So Big Boss won't know about it. Then Big Boss wakes up and he's like, where did the nurse go? And then Decoy Octopus says, we gave her a light. She took the short way down. Now, why does he use we? Now, let's think about it like this. Decoy Octopus is like, he's the best. He's the master of disguise. maybe it goes to kind of a creepy place, or kind of just like an over-the-top place where he assumes the identity of the person in body and mind, and we know that he does this. So when he answers "we" at first, he would be saying it like we, like he considers himself Big Boss, so he considers himself the same person because he's trying to become him, because he's trying to take on his identity. So it's something like that. It's more of a kind of a psychological thing than a literal thing. So that would explain why he uses the term "we." And it would also explain why when Big Boss asks him, he's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "You can call me Ishmael." So he would be flustered at that moment because, like I said, he's trying to assume the role of Big Boss. He can't answer like, "Oh, I'm Big Boss." He can't be like that. So he has to come up with a name on the fly. But he's already in his little mindscape to taking Big Boss's identity. So he answers Ishmael, flustered. So that kind of explains everything that's going on. Now, instead of being able to take the boss's place and, you know, exit the hospital and lead everyone away from him, Big Boss is now awake and these soldiers are attacking. So what do? I guess I gotta help him. I gotta lead him out of the hospital, get him to whatever organization wanted me to get to him in the first place. So picks Big Boss up, injects him with something. Now, we don't know what he injected him with. Like, he says what it is, but we don't know if that's what it is. And this wouldn't be the first time that somebody in a Metal Gear Solid game got injected with some shit that wasn't the shit that they said it was. So maybe he's been injected with a tracker or something like that. We don't know. We don't know what Decoy Octopus's motivations for this are. So, you know, he picks him up and he helps him out of the hospital. Then eventually there's a car crash and Ocelot takes him on horseback. That's what I would assume happens based on the trailers. But we don't know if Foxhound is established right now. Ocelot, Psycho Mantis, Decoy Octopus could very well all be members. They could all be working together. We don't really know. But that's kind of like my explanation, like my kind of storyline for making sense that Decoy Octopus could be Ishmael based on like the story, not so much like just having the facts and the timeline say that he would appear in the game, but go further and try to figure out how he appears and why he would be this person. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, comment below. Let me know what you thought. Send me a video response. Send me a Kodak message. I'm always here. Later.